Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our lovely show. I am one of three hosts, Travis. Along with me is the intellectual John
Hello.
and the bold, sexy, buff, and in love with Cammy, Joe.
I do love her so. Hi, everybody.
Come waste your time.
Did mine sound pretentious? I tried to make it sound all like British intelligent, like, oh, hello.
I was kind of
Yeah.
picturing uh Dr. Kramer's. Is it Dr. Kramer from Frasier?
Is he a doctor? I think so. Yeah, he's a psychologist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Dr. Kramer with
Gotcha.
a
Well,
pipe sitting in a leather seat,
Yeah. With
side view.
my robe, yeah. But that's none of my business. The Kermit meme.
Yeah, sipping your tea.
Yeah.
Pinky out. Pinky out.
Pinky out. Except it'd be bourbon instead of tea.
I don't think you can sip bourbon with a pinky out. Like, I think there are like rules against that.
You're
Hold my
probably
beer.
right. Yeah, right. Watch me.
Like, I'm pretty sure your man card would be completely revoked if you sipped bourbon with your pinky out.
I'm pretty sure that if the internet told me that it would go away if I did that, that I would sit in an old leather chair like that, butt ass naked with lipstick on, and take that picture.
Are you tucking?
Oh yeah, 100%. Legs crossed, like
I'm talking right now.
Oh, right now, yes, yeah, always. It's more. God damn it! So many things I want to say are popping through my head right now.
So your voice does sound a higher register than normal.
Yeah, I'm conditioning myself for this picture.
and then okay, I was gonna bring up Cam, but maybe I'll leave that one alone.
That's always a good time to bring up Cam.
I was just trying to remember how he said it, because he worded it so perfectly, as he always does.
Yeah,
Helicopter carrier, helicopter crap carrier.
helicopter craft carrier. Yeah, something like along those lines. Yeah. God, Cam. That my brain's still untangling from that comment too. Like, Lord,
it's pretty bad, man. That was a week ago.
If that tells you anything about Cam. Love you, buddy.
You have to mentally condition yourself to be able to talk to him.
Yeah, right. Let's leave my brain on the bedside table.
Smack yourself with a brick one time, and then if he goes into a deep conversation about money, 2 times.
Yes.
The confusion is over 9,000. So what's new, fellas?
A whole lot of nothing. Still on vacation. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's almost over now, but I can't complain. It's 11 days, so been lovely.
I have a well, I mean, it's big for me anyway, but the wife and I will be celebrating 16 years together this Saturday.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Thank you. Been together an entire teenager.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. That is truly amazing though. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Yeah, not gonna say that it's been perfect. Every relationship has ups and downs, trials, tribulations, all that.
Of course.
But they have still been 16 very happy years, and I look forward to the next 16.
Good deal.
Maybe not the 16 after that. That's when we're going to be getting into, adult diaper age. And
who's get put in the nursing home?
Right.
oh, it's 100% going to be me. Like it's always the man that goes first. Like our life expectancy is not very high. So, and I refuse to go to the doctor until I'm like in excruciating pain or dying of sickness or whatever. I'll try to tough it out or just avoid it. So I'm definitely going to be the one to go down first. That my patience level is just going to cause me to crack.
I have realized, yes, that as I get older, my patience wears thinner and thinner as I get older, which is kind of annoying to me because I've always been the most patient dude in the world, and just the smallest things nowadays get on my nerves, and I hate it.
Yeah,
super annoying.
Definitely. I'm right there with you. As soon as I pull out onto the road, when I leave the house, like I'm instantly, fuck this. So yeah, I got you. I'm still able to have patience when I have to, though. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I haven't completely lost, all of my patience, but yes, for sure. It's one of those things where you're just like, I'm too old to be dealing with stupid shit. There's no reason that I should have to. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Just don't care anymore.
I kind of want to get to that point where I have zero patience for anything, because like you don't fuck with those guys, just because you don't want to have to deal with the explosion that comes
Right.
with fucking with them. Like you tend to stay away from those types of people. So I kind of can't wait to be that guy that everybody wants to avoid. Just a little bit. Like, no, fuck Joe. He's too much. Like, yeah, you're damn right.
That's right. My master plan is working.
Yeah, that is by design. As I'm sitting at home enjoying my alone time with my Disney Plus.
Right. Speaking of, great segue. Disney Plus launched yesterday. And though also they had 10 million subscribers, they had some issues with their connectivity.
That's got to be a record, though, for most subscribers on launch day. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's the timing is good. I mean, because subscription services at this point aren't a new thing, right? So when someone as big as Disney releases a new subscription service, it only kind of makes sense for them to have that many subscribers at one time.
Right. Plus, they hyped it up for quite a while. They got
Yeah.
people built up on it. There was some news surrounding it, like the whole cancellation of the Netflix Marvel series, and there's a lot of hope that they're going to get revived on Disney Plus. There was, I hope that that's the reason they got canceled on Netflix, is because they plan to bring them back to life later on Disney Plus. Plus the Marvel series that are going to be MCU spin-offs, they hyped those up quite a bit.
Yeah, and those will all come out, of course. Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the amount of content on there. Like, there is a lot, yes, a lot of classic Disney animated movies and series as well, which is really good. And I actually heard that Nickelodeon is partnering with them for a few years to make new seasons of some of their classic TV shows.
Well, that's
so that'd
cool.
be kind of cool.
Like their animated shows, like Doug and
yeah, like Rugrats and stuff. Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. That'd be cool because we grew up, you and I, Joe, on those shows when we were kids. So it'd be cool for the newer generation, I guess, to experience that as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I loved those shows. Like I look back on, it's kind of sad that a lot of my happiest memories of my childhood were from sitting in front of a TV, but like there were a lot of good shows when we were
Mm.
younger, and like we we saw video games come into their own. So every new release of a video game surprised us, and that was life to us.
Yeah.
Whatever we were watching and whatever we were playing. So yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of looking back on that. But yeah, those you can't top Rugrats, Doug, Real Monsters. I mean, Ren and Stimpy, but I
Yeah.
don't see Ren and Stimpy getting a revive from Disney like ever.
Rocko's
But
Modern Life. Yeah, no, that's no, that show was always more adult, anyways. I think
it was
the
actually
undertones, I guess. Yeah.
it was actually edited down from an adult cartoon. Like, I mean, think about that. The stuff that we actually got was already pretty, adult in humor.
Hmm.
And that was edited down from what the original source material was. Like, I'm pretty sure the original source material, Ren and Stimpy were a gay couple, and Ren was definitely abusive to Stimpy.
Mhm.
And yeah, there was all kinds of sexual humor surrounding that.
Right. Oh, speaking of, Disney actually did send out a warning too when their subscription service launched. They for some of the older movies about how cultural changes and stuff, like Dumbo with the crows and stuff like that, they had to release a warning about some of the older movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think times have changed since then.
And I actually appreciate that they did that more so
Than
than
just not putting them on there. Yeah.
right, because there's still people that grew up watching those things, and they can look past those.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them, the negative points of social commentary, whatever you want to call those things. Racial jokes, subtle racial jokes in some cases, other cases not so subtle, but
Right.
or misogynistic undertones, whatever. I mean, they were still classic movies, and they were still loved for their time, and they hold a place in people's hearts. So I do appreciate the fact that they put that disclaimer up and just didn't try to erase it from
Right.
history.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like that they did that too.
Yeah, that seems to be a big trend with nowadays, that they're really trying to erase the things that made America as a whole. But good on you, Disney, for not upholding to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad though, if you think about it, that they had to warn you about that stuff. Like, hey, social justice warriors, don't freak out. But
yeah, because people would have too. Yeah.
And I mean, you can't really apply a current way of thinking to something from the past. Like, you can and you can't, I guess, to a degree, but you have to look at it through what's the saying, rose tinted glasses. You have to kind of just remember that it came out in a previous period. People weren't as woke as they are today. If you can hear my air quotations.
Right. Yeah, times have changed for sure. I mean, the original Dumbo was made back in the 40s or 50s or something like that. So obviously, things have changed quite a bit. That was 60 years ago.
Yeah, right.
70 almost.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy how Disney has grown so much over time. Like, they, looking at their early productions, how they did have those racial undertones and misogynistic undertones. Now everything they put out, they try to be incredibly culturally diverse with.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
and
which
bring the
I
world
feel like you
together.
kind of
yeah, that's the status quo. Like, if you don't, you're gonna get undershot by the media.
Yeah, like you kind of have to do that.
I almost feel like Disney's been leading the way with that type of stuff, though. I mean, look how far back they started being very culturally diverse. Even like on the Mickey Mouse Club back in the late 80s, they usually had a pretty diverse cast. I mean, obviously more white than other ethnicities, but they still tried, I guess, and it's gotten better over the years. More prominent over the years. So I feel like they've kind of led the way for diversity in media.
I don't have any issues with Disney. I never have. I'm not, I'm again not the type to sort of hate something to just hate it because everybody else is hating it. Like, fuck, that's stupid. In the era of social media and the internet and everybody has an opinion and an agenda or whatever, that's stupid. I don't have any issues with Disney or what they're doing. I think good on ya, Disney, I say.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm actually pretty happy with the Disney Plus. I've spent like all night last night and pretty much all day today watching Disney Plus. So
don't anyone ruin the Mandalorian for me, because I will crawl through here and tickle buttholes. I swear.
I haven't actually started it yet.
I haven't either. I'm waiting. I like how they're releasing it week to week or whatever, and not like Netflix where it's all at one time.
So I might have to wait a little while to watch it anyway. Like
I've heard great things. I've heard the production value is incredible, and of course the story is really great too. So
yeah, the stills that I've seen looks amazing. Like it looks like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're definitely taking it seriously and putting some money into it.
You got the money to throw around, why not, right? Speaking of, did you see that New Hope released with an extra scene during the infamous Greedo Han Solo scene?
No. Yeah. I had not heard that.
There is a scene that I guess George was gonna put into the remaster, but then didn't. Greedo has an extra line before they shoot each other. And then actually, I think George has come out and said that Han did actually shoot first.
Nice.
But Greedo has another line that doesn't actually have subtitles, so you don't even know what he says. He just says something, and then so maybe that's what set Han off and made him shoot first. I guess, I don't know.
So in I did my research. In Star Wars lore, what he said means "watch your back."
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
That'll do it.
I kind of wish George would stop changing Star Wars, damn it. I mean, he don't even own it anymore, and he's still doing it. God damn it.
But it's stuff that he had written or whatever, back when he still owned it, so.
Yeah, he always has some excuse of why he's changing it. Stop changing it.
I feel like, okay, say all of a sudden you acquired Star Wars. If George Lucas and then following Disney had something that they wanted to add to the genre after they had given up ownership, would you let that go in, would you allow that to happen? I feel like at the end of the day, you have the last say, of course, but
no, wouldn't do it. Tell you what, take that idea, expand upon it, and do a new movie. Stop changing the fucking originals. The originals aren't even the originals anymore, man. It's like a jacket that you keep tearing and then patching and then tearing and then patching again. Eventually, there is nothing left of the original jacket. It's nothing but patches.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's what fucking the original trilogy is becoming, because George Lucas keeps changing shit.
I don't see an issue with the extra line from Greedo personally, but yes, Joe
I'm just-
obviously has an issue with that.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't care how short it is. It could just be Greedo fucking winking, like a split second of him wink. I don't want it. Just stop changing it. You're like, it's the Mandela effect in effect. Like you're changing things about stuff that people remember, and now we can't remember it right. And you're
Great.
fucking with our emotions, George.
At least with Joe's, he's having a mental breakdown.
I mean, I'm not the only person. There's a documentary out there called "The People versus George Lucas." And,
Nice.
and I was hoping that when Disney bought it out, they'd stop making changes to the original trilogy and just focus on the new movies. And they were doing that.
Well, after 9 comes out, they're gonna stop making movies for a while. They actually, the showrunners for Game of Thrones had signed on for a new Star Wars trilogy, and they canceled it for their reasons. I think something happened with them, but Disney was done making Star Wars movies for a while, anyways, which I think is a great idea. They've been fucking pushing them out like it's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, and that's part of why the original trilogy became like as big as it is, because he didn't keep cranking out movies. He left it as the trilogy for what, 20 years?
Yeah.
Almost close to 20 years before he came out with the new trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Since that was another. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not going to go on any more of a Star Wars rant. Can't do it. That's all we'll be talking about the rest of the night.
True story.
Yeah.
Too funny. So yeah, Disney Plus. They had some hiccups, but I guess that's to be expected. It's being sorted, and people are happy with it.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's free for a year if you have Verizon. Otherwise, I believe most places are like a month free, and it's like $7 a month or $70 a year. So make that annual payment because it's way cheaper than paying $7 a month.
Yeah, I mean, even $7 a month is nothing, you know. Like,
Yeah, compared to the rest of the streaming services, yeah, that's amazing.
yeah, don't grab lunch at McDonald's one day a week, you know, and,
Right.
or one day a month, and you've paid for it.
One thing I was a little disappointed in is I got on Hulu, and before starting a new anime, Parasite.
Oh, I've heard good things. Yes, you won't be disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, and I started at 11 p.m. and I'm at episode 7, and it was 5:30 in the morning, and I still wanted to keep watching.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But I was going through my add-ons, and I was like, "Where's Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't this a fucking option? Why can't I take my Hulu subscription, tag the $7 onto it, and call it a fucking day?"
Right.
No, you have to go to Disney because it's in Disney's park. It's not like they partnered with Hulu. Hulu is their bitch right now.
Yeah.
And there's steps if you already have a Hulu account. It almost forced you to make a new Hulu account just to get Disney fucking Plus.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew they were partnering together as well.
Yeah, which I don't have a Hulu account, so it wasn't so difficult. That and the wife set it up while I was at work, so I didn't have to do anything. I just got to enjoy it.
Oh my god, if I asked Caitlin to do that,
She'd be
I'd come
calling
home.
you at work. How do I do this?
no, I'd come home, the house would be on fire, and she would have moved states.
Good time.
That's great.
I've been on a nostalgia kick with it. I noticed some of the TV shows when I was, scanning through what they have on there, and noticed that they had the old school 90s X-Men animated series and the 90s Spider-Man animated series.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I've been watching for the last 32 hours. Roughly.
I've been at work.
Like I there was episodes of the original Spider-Man series that I hadn't seen yet.
Oh,
I
wow.
actually, I didn't know that they introduced Carnage on that show in later seasons, and I got to see that, and it was pretty fucking awesome.
That's awesome. I know with the Disney Plus, they've actually been releasing a lot of extra content for certain movies and shows that weren't there originally, like the scene with New Hope, and then I know there's a couple extra deleted scenes for Endgame that weren't originally released either until Disney Plus came out. So I thought that was cool that they did that.
I'll have to check that out because they did the re-release of it like the last 2 weeks. It was in theaters with
the after credits. Yeah, what was it? A few minutes or something.
Well, wasn't there also like 1 or 2 extra scenes towards the end of the movie, not in the credits, but in the actual meat of the movie?
Yeah,
that got added too.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I guess there were a couple extra scenes. Nothing like super profound or anything, but it just added a few extra minutes.
Right. I haven't even seen the end credit scenes yet, so
I actually forgot about them. I watched it last night and completely forgot that was a thing. So, yep, I have to go back and do that.
Yeah, I'll have to do that again too. Man, I've watched Endgame so many times.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Well, come on over. We'll watch it together. We'll get a big bowl of popcorn, cuddle on the couch,
Yes.
get our snuggies.
Yes.
I don't know if I could find time between freaking work.
Yeah.
Holiday season. Disclaimer for everyone listening to the podcast, by the way. It is the holiday season, obviously. So our podcast might be fewer.
Sparse.
Yeah, just until we get, into the new year. We're going to be competing with everyone's holidays, family time, and plus work schedules, which get a little crazy and hectic for us around the holidays. So yeah, just to let you guys know ahead of time.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by and wasting your time. Hit that subscribe button, like, share. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
Peace.